was a dark, chilly night. Icy air caressed the leaves outside, while the distant hum of music could be heard just within reach. A curious woman, with dark hair and pale skin, was drawn to it, seemingly appearing out of the blackness of the sky itself. She emerged from a small clearing of some dark trees beside the establishment.
Damn, girl, what's up? You got some sexy-ass legs. Maybe you can go back to my... Whoa.
The mysterious woman lunged forward, snatching the man by his neck and pinning him to the brick wall.
Bitch! What are you...
The mysterious woman snapped the man's neck in a matter of seconds, the brutal sound of bones crunching in the process. Neck partially severed from her sharp grip, she dropped the lifeless appendage onto the concrete floor just beside the edge of the forest clearing. Examining her nails with her crimson eyes for bloodstains, she sighed, and then shrugged her hair over her shoulder. Beside her was a small imp-like creature that blended into the shadows.
Come on, V! You know all that blood's gonna attract a lot of attention soon!
That bastard was a disgusting pig. Maurice, clean this mess up, would you? I've got business to attend to.
Upon entering the vicinity, the hum of the music grew louder, a jazzy vibe saturating the pub. The Friday night crowd appeared as strong and boisterous as ever. Feeling absolutely comfortable and confident, the woman made her way towards the bar. She took an open seat at the counter and tried to wave the bartender over, but something else seemed to pluck his attention instead.
2 whiskeys and a martini. Hey, Nick, stop.
She watched the bartender curtail a patron.
Come on, Kay. I'll be fine.
No, give me your keys. I'll call you a cab. Don't worry, I'll get it this time.
You're one of the good ones, Kay. Don't let him tell you otherwise.
Returning to his post, the bartender found an attractive woman seated at the bar. He made a confused face at her as if startled by her presence, but quickly he settled into his normal demeanor.
Sorry, miss. I didn't see you come in. What can I get you?
Hello there. Would it be possible to order one of your most vintage wines?
I'd recommend the Chateau Monrose. It's one of the most legendary red wines we have.
Why, yes. That'll do just fine.
The bartender gave the woman a nod and a smile, and quickly set to work. He was a tall, well-built man, his hair dark, short, and wavy, styled to tuck over his ear. His movements were slick and skillful, as if rehearsed thousands of times. He flipped the bottle in one hand and confidently poured the vintage wine from height without spilling a drop. As if giving a bow, he delivered a debonair smile, his green eyes shimmering against the warm bar lights.
Thank you for the drink, sir. Say, tell me, do you frequently pay for a drunkard's ride home?
Well, I like to make sure everyone gets home safe. You earn more repeat customers that way.
I suppose you do.
They locked eyes. His response resonated with her, and in that moment she made her decision. A well-crafted smirk graced her burgundy lips. She sighed softly and engaged in her own practiced skill, conversation. Courting a man in his own workplace may have sounded like a daunting task to most, but it didn't stop her from trying.
But do you ever get bored of serving the same company all the time? I know I certainly would.
Well, you do tend to hear some of the same stories over and over, but there are plenty of new ones too. Keeps me engaged, I guess. And eventually you learn to love the people around you.
Is that so? Who keeps the barkeep company then?
Well, you see Brandon over there? He's told me so many stories about his kids, it's like I've watched them grow up. Carol helps me decorate for every holiday, even though I've never asked her to. And old Abe at the end of the bar? He's a staple here. Heard his stories plenty. I don't mind. He needs the company.
That's wonderful then, if it makes you happy. And, you know, happiness is hard to come by these days, especially when you have nothing but a hollow heart to spare.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
The bartender went from actively wiping the countertop with a rag to slowing down to a gentle pause. For a moment, he heard whispers, all while his gaze was set upon the woman before him. She didn't look like the red-eyed woman that surprised him moments prior. She looked like she had blonde hair and hazel eyes instead.
Sasha?
I didn't quite catch that. I can see it in your eyes, darling. You're going through something deep, dark, and twisted. Don't let it consume you now.
I'm sorry. I just don't really understand.
How about this? When you're off work, I'll read you a fortune. There might be a good woman in your future, if you're lucky. But no matter what, you'll have a new story to tell. Surely it would ignite a spark in your soul.
The woman offered up a wistful smile and a wink, her approach strange but unforgettable. The man himself was surprised at how the conversation took a strange turn, and he couldn't help but feel so seen. The green-eyed bartender was, in fact, going through something that he thought no one else could understand. He'd bit his lip on more than one occasion, shouldering the burden all alone while listening to the endless tales from his clients at the bar. And now, here was a beautifully mysterious woman offering him a different kind of attention that would leave a mark.
Huh. A fortune. You know what? All right. Read my fortune. You seem like you're into the tragedy you see before you.
Great! I'll see you whenever you're off your shift then.
Yeah, sure. Lucky for you, I'm off in around 30 minutes or so, Miss...
Varenza.
That's a very unique name. All right, Varenza. I'm Caden.
I'll see you soon then, Caden.
Varenza finished off her drink before easing herself off the bar counter, a wistful smile never leaving her face. She sauntered off to the dance floor, entertaining herself easily in order to pass the time. She mingled with the crowd unapologetically. Her eyes occasionally darted to the handsome gentleman serving drinks up at the bar counter. It was clear that Caden was intrigued by this red-eyed mystery, and only fate would tell where he'd end up next. Time passed by, like water under the bridge. Closing time came soon enough, and Caden began whisking customers out the door. Glamorous women in skimpy clothing, well-built men flexing their muscles, and casual drinkers hanging out just to people watch. All of them but one.
All right, V. I'm ready to head off. Someplace a lot quieter, hopefully. Oh, I hope it's all right if I call you that. V?
Get a load of Mr. Confidence!
Varenza nodded in agreement. Caden's charm seeped through his natural features like a succulent, heavenly ray. She knew her catch tonight was a keeper. It was as if she had a sixth sense for finding the perfect match. They walked together under the moonlight, exchanging a few alluring words. One thing led to the next, and they wound up at his place. A quaint apartment, nothing too fancy. A kitchen, living room, and a bedroom. For Caden, the entire ordeal was exciting, almost fleeting, as if each moment passing by was moving a little too fast, like a dream. Hands swept across the skin, cloth, and dress, petals marrying petals. The only question that seemed to dance between their lips were among the lines of,
Why are your eyes burning so bright? Like a crimson red.
a few chuckles and soft non-answers.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Contacts, maybe?
Diving in for another kiss, Caden's lips were met with the back of a card. Firenza had pulled away and stated a playful remark.
Remember? Fortune first.
Ah, come on! It was just getting good!
Reluctantly, Caden let out a soft sigh and agreed. The pair took a seat across from one another on the floor at the low-hung coffee table, the sofas behind them serving as an additional support. Firenza pulled out a deck of cards from her purse, and she began shuffling them with ease.
Tarot cards? I've seen them before, but I've never had a reading. How does this work?
The decks and the methods tend to differ, but I prefer to let my client test their own fate. Now, all you have to do is choose a few cards. My only advice would be to choose what feels right for you. Try to really feel the energy and connect with what you touch. Believe in it with all your will.
Sounds enticing. Alright, I'll give it a whirl, I guess.
Intent laden in her eyes, Firenza finished shuffling the cards and then fanned them out on the table. Her dark red nails shimmered against the faint light emanating from the ceiling above, almost in parallel to the spark swirling subliminally in her crimson hues. Meanwhile, Caden's gentle gaze hovered over the cards curiously, various patterns of the stars decorating them beautifully. He reached over for one card on the left, before backing his hand away hesitantly, as if unsure of his decision.
Being thoughtful, are we?
Alright. This one and this one.
An intuitive pull, I see. 2 cards. Is that sufficient with what you feel at this time?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've never done this before.
So be it then. Let's take a look.
Slowly, Firenza flipped each card over. The first card to be revealed was an upside-down card that read, The Fool. She pressed her lips together gently, maintaining her composure and poker face alike. After all, the last thing she wanted to do was alarm her prey. After a brief pause, she flipped the second card that Caden had chosen. The next one was an upright Wheel of Fortune card. Caden raised an eyebrow at the revelation, unsure of what anything meant.
Ooh, that fortune is bad.
The Fool's Wheel of Fortune. And why is one of the cards upside down?
The card is upside down intentionally, which translates the card into a different meaning.
Alright, so what does it mean? The suspense is starting to get to me.
Let's start with the Wheel of Fortune. Its basic meaning is to represent change. Your life is constantly moving, changing, and shifting. This card means that something is waiting for you just over the horizon. It could be a new opportunity, relationship, or even a challenge. However, when it comes to the upside-down Fool card, it means that everyone around you will watch you fail. You'll feel equipped, ready to take on anything in any challenge. However, just as it's written in Greek mythology, an overconfident god lost control of the sun chariot, flying too close to the earth and causing terrible destruction. It's the same case here. You are destined for failure, even once given this new opportunity.
Caden was speechless after hearing the explanation of the cards from Varenza. Is that what his fate truly was? To be destined for failure? The man furrowed his brow, a solemn edge gracing his voice.
So, what you're saying is that even if I believe in myself, it's not good enough to move forward in whatever my next adventure would be? That's just super unfortunate.
On the bright side, it's just a fortune, right? Or, I have to ask, do you truly believe in all of this? When you drew these cards, did you feel something?
I'm not sure what I felt. And I'm not sure if I believe in any of this either. I'm just the kind of person who has to see it to believe it type of deal.
See it to believe it type of deal. Now that's interesting, and something that I also believe in. So, even though you've wrought yourself some misfortune from these cards, it's time to be a little more honest with me. What's got your heart so heavy?
It's personal. I mean, it's not something I share openly, especially on a first date.
The faint crimson embers glittered in her irises a little brighter, the excitement pulsing through her core moderately. She maintained her composure as best she could, hiding her emotions within her skin adeptly. The expression of discomfort on his face, it excited her.
Forget the rules of a first date. I'm no stranger to grief, and what better way to connect than to fully understand what makes the other ache in such an intimate way? For better or for worse. This is the reality of life, something we all face and struggle with. You're silent. Let me see your eyes again.
No, I mean... Yeah, it's true. I've been grieving. For years now, really. It's that obvious, isn't it? Back at the bar, you said something to me that I can't forget. You said that happiness was hard to find, especially when you only have a hollow heart to show for it. Truth is, my heart does feel hollow. I feel this emptiness inside me, an emptiness I just can't shake.
You're grieving for someone that you lost.
How do you know that?
You loved this person, didn't you? It was heartbreak. No. It was more than that.
You're freaking me out a little, V.
The floor's all yours, Caden, darling. But you're just not man enough to share the juicy details.
What are you talking about? Just what exactly do you even know? Who are you even?
Oh, you dare question who I am?
Stop.
You asked who I am. I'm Varenza. You're so startled you should see your face. It's almost akin to the one you made the day that you killed her.
Varenza's shrill laughter and blunt statement whiplashed Caden into full-on shock. The fact that she summoned information from his past in such a mocking manner, it was enough to send anyone over the edge. Caden's eyes widened, the hauntingly beautiful woman before him, once from a fairy tale, now straight out of a nightmare. Her eyes sparked a crimson far too unnatural for the standard contact lens, her nails a little too long, her hair a little too neat. She was picture perfect. Her breasts the form of a voluptuous heart, the shape tucked into the half cups of her dark red corset.
Stop. No. You don't know a damn thing about what happened. You've got no right to just
murder someone in cold blood? Please, sweetheart, you know exactly what you did that night. You drank a little too much and you drove her straight into another life. You received the critically acclaimed award you humans notate as DUI. You sent her straight into hell, and she spends every night dancing with demons of all caliber.
What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Get the fuck out of my house.
Your house is my house.
Huh?
Yeah, you're in our house now. Boom, baby.
The entire room transformed into blackness, the only object in vision being the coffee table with the now glowing tarot cards floating atop it. And there stood Varenza, revealing her true form. Demonic in nature, her eyes were black, nothing but red irises beaming in full swirl. She revealed pointed fangs, elongated red nails, 2 devil horns, and a sharp scythe-shaped tail. During the disorienting spatial transition, she shoved the coffee table aside at an inhuman speed in order to grab the man by the throat and slam him against the nearest wall. And the walls, they were invisible. It was as if they were warped into an inescapable void.
What the fuck are you?
Varenza, Crimson Queen of the Damned. And tonight, you'll believe everything you see.
The sensational nightmare tightened her grip before flinging him across the room, a hard thud resulting in his collision with another invisible wall. Caden was trapped, coughing violently to regain his breath to recoil from the violence that had just been inflicted on him. Varenza couldn't help but laugh at what she observed. Her dangerous eyes locked onto him with nothing but intent. It was clear that she could no longer contain her excitement, eager to continue ripping into his innermost secrets of the heart. She slowly walked up to him, her gait sinfully attractive. Kneeling down before him, she cupped his chin and forced him to lock eyes with hers.
What do you want from me?
Oh, darling, it's not about what I want, it's about what you need. You lost her, didn't you? Your poor decisions came with a dire consequence. I can see you're having trouble facing your guilt. This grief, the grief is too great for you to bear.
Caden shook the demon off of him, bringing himself back up on his feet, his back still against the invisible wall behind him. This lady, she called herself the Queen of the Damned, but what was she? A devil? A demon? Both? Was he hallucinating? Was all of this even real? Was he having some kind of psychotic break? It all circled back to the pain he felt there in that moment. The pain he'd felt ever since the day he'd lost the girl he loved.
Facing my guilt. You know what? Yeah. It's hard to face the reality of what happened, okay? I made a bad decision and now she's gone. All because of me. I loved her with all my heart. She didn't deserve to die. And I'd give absolutely anything, just anything, to just trade places with her. I wish I died instead.
Oh, there it is. You poor sweet thing. Now, what if I made you a proposition? What if I told you it was possible that you'd be able to see her again? To dance with her every day, sleep with her every night, share laughter, love, and create new memories with her again. I know you said you wish you died instead, but what if you both lived?
What are you talking about? That's not possible.
Darling, look around you! What isn't possible? I can bring her back, but for a price.
What's the price?
Sign my contract to willingly give me your soul. forever.
You want me to sign away my soul? On a contract? Are you some kind of demon then?
Yes, I'm a demon, and I can bring her back from hell. In return, I ask for your soul forevermore.
What happens if I give you my soul? Does that mean I'm destined to go to hell when my time comes?
Why, yes, of course. You join me in hell, where we'll have endless fun. It's really not that bad down there.
An old-fashioned piece of parchment materialized from thin air, a quill pen along with it. Varenza raised it in front of Caden's face, her antics surreal and severely persuasive. Taking a step forward, she pressed herself against the other, pinning him against the wall. The parchment paper was now flattened against his chest deliberately by the pressure of Varenza's hand. Breath hitting his ear as she hovered her chin over his shoulder. She spoke.
What? You don't want to bring her back? We both know you're the one who took her life. Her family resents you. You said you'd do anything. Prove it.
Fine. I'll sign it. Just bring her back. I want to make things right.
It was clear that Varenza savored the very answer she heard. She locked eyes with the bartender and sealed his words with her lips, an action they had no hesitation taking part in much earlier along their so-called date. This time, it wasn't reciprocated from Caden's end. It was resigned. Soft breaths were exchanged before Varenza took a step back and handed him the quill pen. Caden looked at the ancient document, and then closed his eyes as he signed his soul away. His stomach turned. Every part of him was disgusted by the act, but his heart knew he had to do anything to bring her back, and this grief was something the Demon Queen wholly took advantage of.
Glad that you see sense and reason. The cards were right tonight. You truly are Fortune's fool.
Guess so.
As if it were now written in the stars themselves. There was no going back now. Within a matter of moments, a gust of wind took hold of their vicinity. The invisible black void they stood in, now returning back to normal. Varenza, appearing to be human again, now stood in the center of Caden's living room. Grinning unnaturally, she tilted her head to the side as she pointed at Caden's front door. A few knocks sounded, as if almost on cue. Confused, Caden glanced over his shoulder at the door, and then trotted over to it. Slowly, he opened the front door, unsure of what he'd be met by. Could it be?
Sasha, is that you?
Caden?
It was her. His girlfriend, Sasha. She was back from the dead. Flushed skin, hazel eyes, blonde hair. She was alive, and she had a beautiful smile on her face, with Caden's name on her lips. Stunned, the bartender quickly glanced over his shoulder to peer back at the living room. But to his surprise, Varenza was gone. This was real. This was all real. It wasn't some sort of mental psychosis. This all actually happened. Several realizations swarmed Caden's mind. His elation mixed with a feeling of dread. He embraced Sasha, but couldn't help look over his shoulder again. There was no sign of Varenza. She was gone. The only thing left behind were a few tarot cards still left splayed out on his coffee table.